we have the one and the only Nasboi in the building.
So, I got my homeboy Gucci. When I'm not supposed to be.
My guy, how far now?
Good.
So good to have you.
Thank you, man.
You look really great, despite the circumstance. I know you're stressed, you're handling a lot of things right now, especially right now. But I think the first question that comes to mind is people do not realize that, some people do, maybe the journalists like myself and other people who are big on your craft, realize it that you have a record out, Lover Boy. I remember I had a conversation with you back then when that one came out. And then there's a video also. It's done over, 500,000 already, on the different platforms. How does that make you feel having that number from probably your first video? Is that your first video?
Doesn't make me feel excited.
Why? Tell me why.
Because I really wanted to go hard with my music. So right now, I think I'm ready and I'm going harder.
All right.
So yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. So I feel like 500. How many? I have over like 1 point. On all platforms, I have over 3 million followers.
Okay.
Way over 3 million followers.
All right.
So I feel like 500K is not a good conversion.
Okay, for the video.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of people didn't accept my music, the first one, because I saw comments like, face your comedy, bro. You know how Nigerians are now?
Yeah.
They're so skeptical. They don't want you to do something else. They just want you to just face that thing that you're doing that is making us happy. Don't do another thing.
Yeah.
Right. So this one is happening differently because I see that people actually really love this sound, and nobody's saying face your comedy again. People are saying you need to do music.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow. So this is happening differently right now. Everybody's vibing with the song, and I don't know. It feels good. This is the time that I feel good.
Do you feel good now?
Yeah, actually.
But months back, I remember there was a conversation you had with someone, and you talked about the possibility of having Wande Cole on the feature. Now you have Wande Cole on the feature, and you also in that conversation you talked about also potentially having Tubaba on the feature. When can we?
You two remember?
When can we have that one happen?
No. So I can't promise. Like the Wande Cole zone just happened, right? I always wanted to feature Wande Cole and Two Face.
Yeah.
Right, and I feel like these guys are people that I looked up to when I was growing up, right? And I was begging God before this man would say they want to retire. Please, God, let me make sounds with this pen. So the Wande Cole happened. Like, it just happened. Someone sent my song to Wande Cole, and Wande Cole was like, "Who be this Nasboi?" Which Nasboi where they do comedy.
Yeah.
This guy come over. Like, so I played a lot of my songs for Wande Cole, and he liked that one, and he said he was going to give me a verse. I thought it was a lie until they called me to an apartment someday, and I went there, and Wande Cole had already. When I got there, Wande Cole was like, "I don't like the song." I'm like, ouch, I felt hot. But then I was like, but I get that song if you listen to. He said, no. Say no fees to they do anything with comedy and he could get us, he could be. Shit. I didn't want to beg him. I'm like, okay, I understand. Boss, I love you well. Next up, they played the song and Wande Cole's voice was on it. Guy!
So wait, he was Yankee or Chain?
Yeah,
he was teasing you.
Bro. And that was it.
And that was how it started. But let's move away from music for a bit and talk about the AMVCA. Again, there was you being upset over not getting your nomination for a particular category at one point in time. But I want to ask if you actually got nominated, but you didn't win, despite how amazing your content was for the year in review, would you still have felt a type of way?
No, I won't. Trust me. I just wanted to be nominated because I put in work and I deserve to be seen.
Yeah.
I deserve the nomination because everybody was talking about Nasboi and my contents. I'm not blind now. So you can't just put people that, I'm sorry, man, but you can't just put people that are not deserving.
Yeah.
It makes me feel horrible. We see these things, right? We see these things. So there was no way I would have felt good.
All right.
And again, if they give somebody that they're not supposed to give, I'll still cry out.
I hear, last I heard, I'm not quite sure if it's still the case right now, but last I heard, you had a deal, sort of like a record deal with a label called ASTRL, I think.
Yeah, still same.
Still same. But I think the question most people would have in their minds is, Nasboi can afford to be an independent artist. He does have the backing to be an independent artist. He can carry himself.
Which day I show you my account?
We know these days. Forget about it.
Music is actually a very different game. You know how it is now. Music is not a sure investment where you just put your money in and expect to get your money back.
Yeah.
Right. So I had to stay I had to stay away for some investors
to come in and fund it.
Yeah, so I know we just begin to cry everywhere where I go.
But is it a whole lot better? This particular partnership that you have, I want to call it a partnership now, is a whole lot better than the one you had before when Omotola was the person who signed you? Is it a whole lot better?
Okay, so Omotola had a time, and this is a different time.
All right.
Right. So being with Omotola, I learned a whole lot of things. I feel, I know blow, but I learned a whole lot of things. I think it's shaping my mindset. It make me walk, it make me write, it make me learn a lot of things. So I no go fit compare the both of them.
Yeah.
Because that one actually shaping me.
Yeah.
You get me?
Right.
So life is not about blowing and making money. You understand? It's about, as I did now, I did very ready. Like even if I pop today, at least I don't gain a lot of knowledge from Omotola.
All right.
Right. So that's exactly why I can never play down her efforts.
All right. For someone who's always had a passion for music, today is not the first time you were delving into music. You've been doing music for a while, and you've always had a passion. But who would you say in the industry currently has been your source of motivation in the music industry?
Currently, so it feels like everybody's doing great at the moment too.
All right,
but it feels like that because Ashake, who just sold O2, Rema just did. Omale is having a good time. Boots is having a good time. They're selling Ruga. Everybody's just having a good time. So I'm inspired by everything happening. So it makes me feel like, okay, what a time to be alive, because I feel like gone are the days when it used to be Whiskey David. Right, it has to be Whiskey or David. But now you see that a lot of people are doing magic. So songs from nowhere just come and pick up and do magic. So I feel like I can do it too.
All right.
And like before.
That's a belief that, a lot of people hold dear to, because it does make a lot of sense. But speaking of, going huge or international or global, if what eventually takes you global is maybe you dabble into movies full time, or you continue with your content creation, and that was what makes you go global, and you have to continue because now you're a global superstar, would you look back on music and with regret and say,
why you come out the music?
No, I'm just saying.
Why you come out?
I know you love music.
Okay, I'm at the point in my life where I feel like God has a direction. No matter how you stubborn reach.
Yeah.
If God say, now here won't put me, I know we fight now. You get? If I see na music, or if I see the music, now when I did younger, music na do or die affair for me.
Yeah.
It is no longer a do or die affair. I'm just going to show you guys that I know how to sing. If I don't blow, then it's fine. It's not a do or die affair for me. Right. All right. Most importantly, I just want to make money and stay relevant. So it's not a do or die affair.
All right, back to the song now, Umbrella, with Nasboi and One Day Cole.
Let's go, let's get it.
Yeah, so how long did it take to make this record? I know you just mentioned now that, of course, he invited you to the apartment and he played the song for you. So does that mean that there was no time you both met in the studio to work on it, or he just sent his verse and you sent the song and that was how it happened? What was the story?
Give us the story. I recorded mine in one night. I had the song for a while. When I mean a while, I mean like I had the song for like 1 month, looking for who to collaborate with.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that I had One Day Cole in mind, but I did not know that I was going to get a verse from One Day Cole.
Yeah.
Right. So when I got One Day finally, when I went to the studio, he did most of the recordings in front of me. After like he recorded his verse, and he did like some backups, ad-libs and all in front of me.
Yeah. So it didn't take a while. It didn't take a long time.
No, it did not. It's just one day, one evening.
All right. So, again, I need to ask this question, right? And unfortunately, at one period of your life, I think it was this year, if I'm not mistaken, you lost someone special.
Yeah, my
someone there. Yeah. And, I think your fans and those who are big fans of your music and your work would want to know how that affected you psychologically as a person.
It did. It messed me up. It messed me up. But then, so I literally now understand life better. I think after I lost my dad, I was able to understand that we'll come and we'll go. It's a compulsory thing. It's a must. So the sooner you just get to realize it and accept it, it's better for you. We must go. So when people go these days, I feel bad. I feel horrible. I cry. But then I understand that we must go.
Yeah.
So we just pray that it doesn't happen so soon. Right. So I was hurting, but I decided to pick up. And because at the end of the day, if you break down and lose your career, nobody cares. Yeah. So I decided to pick up and make my brother proud.
And that's what you're doing now.
Exactly.
That's a rather touching one. Again, I think another question a lot of people want to find out, or maybe me personally, I want to get to know, is that naturally, I'm sure as a musician that you are right now and you're doing music, there are people who you would look in the industry and you'd be like, no, I can do a whole lot better than this person. It's just,
I see it.
Yes.
I'm not lying,
So you can mention one or two that you feel like you can do a whole lot better.
I will not mention names. But yeah,
Yeah.
I sit back and relax. So why I do that, you know why I do that? I do that because una they underrate me. I better pass these people.
Yeah.
I know. You get me? So I do it a lot. And deep down, I'm a bad guy. Like, I feel like umbrella is nothing as compared to the body of work that I have coming.
All right.
Right. So if they agree to pay attention to me, they will know that I'm a very amazing singer. Like, they will see songs. So I see people. I do a lot of comparison. I'm humble, right? But then I'm still familiar with the fact that I'm dope.
Yeah.
And I know that I better pass these people. Make una give me a chance. Give me a chance.
So when can we expect the body of work?
Yeah, it's a gradual process. We have Umbrella now. So guys, you guys can go stream on all platforms. Please mess with the sound. There's a challenge going on now. If you go on my page, 1 million naira for grabs. And you can start it.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll be there.
So 1 million naira for grabs. Then stream, just if you're a fan of Nasboi, please listen to Umbrella open-hearted without thinking of him being a comedian. Just mess with the sound. It's a nice sound, I promise you. And body of work, so, I am hoping to release another single for February 14th. More like a lover's anthem, yeah. So,
All right.
I'm a lover boy. So more like a lover's anthem. That is going to be introduced sometime in January. Then sometime between March, maybe April, the body of work will come. So surprisingly, I'll water down the expectation a bit. So there's Chike on it, there's Files, and some names that I would not like to mention right now.
All right, so Chike, Files, you're giving us exclusive. Those guys will be on the body of work.
Yes, please.
All right, anticipating as best as we can. Just maybe before, a couple of questions before I let you go. Before this record came out, Umbrella, was there a song you were trying to put out and somebody in the industry disappointed you? Maybe they assured you they were going to be on a project before, or they just outright said they were not going to work with you?
Nobody has ever said, I will never work with you. So, but I know of people that I reached out to and they gave me excuses. Then I know of someone who promised to be on the song and ended up turning me around.
Yeah.
Then someone else blessed me with the verse.
Okay, so are you the kind of person that you're like, don't worry, when the song blows? You don't revenge?
I don't.
You're not petty?
I'm not I don't. I don't revenge. I've had familiar stories. I never revenge. So I feel like life is a process. If I don't work with you today, I go work with you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I won't have the revenge for now. Where I go vex now if you no can work with me tomorrow.
Okay.
So I don't revenge actually.
All right.